got a lot of love for Rangers. As I say, it was all in the past before. For me, it's gone. Yeah.
The Rangers tattoo myth can finally be put to bed. Welcome back to Fog Football, and yes, there still is a lot of midweek action to get through, but listen here, troops. Scott Brown coming out and saying that he's got a lot of love for Rangers is one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. Like, now we all know, right? He grew up a Rangers fan, and he also once upon a time played for the Rangers youth team. But just to hear this, obviously, in 2024, he's no longer Celtic affiliated. He did go to Aberdeen. He then had a managerial job with Fleetwood, and now he's at Ayr United in Championship, where I think he will stay up. I think in the Championship it is quite close, but I don't think they're going to get top four personally. But it's just weird to hear Scott Brown say that. It is, isn't it? It's we all knew it back in the day, but to say him coming out and saying that he's got a lot of love for Rangers, it kind of just makes his entire playing career a joke, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe that's just me personally. But we'll have to. Well, not a joke. Like, I mean, I'm not going to take away what Scott Brown won, but it's a weird thing because if it was me, I could never play for Celtic. I'll happily admit that. I'd rather, retire and work the working man's wage than make thousands a week at Celtic if I was a Rangers fan. I don't get it. I mean, the same goes for Kenny Miller, right? I don't know how he went from Rangers to Celtic and then obviously coming back to Rangers for about 27 spells. But I just couldn't do it. I just don't. And it goes both ways. It goes with Mo Johnston as well. I just don't get it. Obviously in some cases, right, there's going to be a lot of people that, might not all out support one of the old firm, but they'll have a preference and they'll play for the other, which is kind of different. But if you all out support a team, you cannot play for its rivals, man. Especially in Scotland. I mean, especially the old firm. To me, that is like a line you don't cross, in my opinion. But here, it worked out for Brown in the sense of look at the amount of trophies he won, etc., etc. But against the team you grew up loving, no, it doesn't sit right with me, Scott Brown. And I'm not saying I had truckloads of respect for the guy, but it's things like this that do make you think that is a bit poor. That is a bit poor. And just hearing him coming out and say he's got a lot of love for Rangers is really weird. But that is pretty much all this video wrote. I couldn't do it. I know a lot of people in the comments, vice versa, say they won't be able to do it. It's like, even like at England, like when Michael Owen went to United, in the latter stages of his career, but people bashed that, and I think rightfully so. But in England, like the rivalries are non-existent. The biggest one I can think of, right, in England, is Sol Campbell going from Tottenham to Arsenal. That's the one that sticks out to me as like, holy hell, man, he is hated for that. Because Tottenham and Arsenal is one of the truer rivalries down in England, I will say that. Like, yeah, Michael Owen gets a bit of backlash for that, but nothing like Sol Campbell. But for me, crazy times. He loves Rangers. Did he get the Rangers tattoo inked out? I'm not too sure what Scott Brown did, but we'll have to wait and see, guys. But that's going to do it for Fog Football. Big night of action tonight. We'll be back with the SPFL review show, all that good stuff. Looking forward to it. Another game on Sky. The Bickering sisters back at it again with Chris Boyd and Chris Sutton. Looking forward to it.